I didn't explain the format for the weekend, and I apologize. Here's what we're going to do. Pretend it's 10 a.m. and I'll explain it now. This morning, we're going to talk about how we can be an effective member of a multidimensional healing team. The higher dimension beings always do their part. Now we're the earthly member of the team, you see? And so we'll talk about what are they actually looking for? What is our job? You see? And then I think right before lunch we start the process of drawing in transmissions from one group of light beings after another and practicing. So this morning there'll be pretty much all the talk of the weekend, for the most part. And then there'll be 5 cycles where we discuss a category of light being. We'll get to that. Bring forth a transmission. We just request it, you know. They send it. That's up to them. We request it. So far they haven't let us down. Today could be the day. But I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. And then we practice channeling that group. And there'll be a demonstration so that you can see exactly what you're aiming for so that you aren't confused and you feel like you know what you're doing. So that's the big plan. So now we talk about what is it the higher dimension beings are looking for. If it's our role to be the earthly member of the team, what are they looking for, right? So in level 1, we start with the alignment. It begins with that. Learning how to merge, and it's a process of learning how to merge. Learning how to get our channels up, and it's a process. Learning how to support ourselves with upward flow, it's a process. Getting the alignment going. And now in and then we've gone through level 2 and level 3, which are just techniques, just like the higher level classes. Level 2, level 3, and the higher level classes are techniques. And now in level 4, we talk about the characteristics. So the alignment, of course, that is always going to be part of what the higher dimension beings are looking for, because without that, we won't be able to do the rest of it. We do our best with the alignment. Start where we are, use what we have, do what we can, and keep going, having the intention to be an eternal student, always getting better, always getting better. And now, what are they looking for? Integrity in the sessions and in our lives. Humility in the sessions and in our lives. They know humility between us and the higher dimension beings. They have access to information that we don't have. They see the big picture. We don't. We can trust them, you see. Now, trust is the next characteristic. Trusting the guides. They're not going to drop us on our heads. They aren't trying to trick us. They love us. They're trying to help. It's safe to trust. Trusting the plan itself. The plan for our lives is the plan that takes us most directly from where we are to joy. It's the shortest route from where we are to joy. For all of us, no one's ever being sacrificed for the greater good. Everything that's happening is happening for a reason. The reason is never to punish us. It's to get us ready for what's happening next that we don't know is going to happen next. Does that make sense? So, integrity, humility, trust, having this, once we have those in place within a session, and it's a process. You see, we get it to a working zone, and then they're never going to say that's enough. You can put your feet up, check the box office complete, because there's always the next level. To be an eternal student. I mean, life is a video game. You see, we master the first level. After a while, the thrill is gone. The challenge is gone. It's boring. Pitch the game in the trash or go up to the next level, right? It's exciting again. Master. Getting a little boring, pitch the game in the trash, or go up to the next level, right? Yes. So to just embrace that concept is that we can go eternally through this spiral of learning, always getting better. Now, when we get our integrity, humility, and trust in the guides in the plan to a working level, we start to want to stabilize it, you see? We don't want to get our energy body stable too early, because then we can get stabilized in an unhelpful configuration. Who knows, no disrespect, but we'll call them normal people. You know, they're just good people, you know, there's nothing wrong with them. Very earthy. Are they talking about things like this? Of course not. Are they? No, of course not. You know, they're watching football and drinking beer, and they're good people. You understand? So their energy bodies usually have a lot of upward flow. They're very stable. Is the crown open? No. Are the channels up? No. Do they know how to merge? No. That's not part of their way of being. Are they playing that game? No, it's okay. So we don't want to stabilize ourselves too early. Does that make sense? Because it makes it harder for us to shift. But after we're getting our alignment up, we want to start to stabilize it. It's like, oh, those channels are finally starting to go up. Let's stabilize the ones that are going up, while recognizing, because we're eternally growing, we'll always have the fresh crop of channels coming out. And they'll always need to be groomed up. We're never done. And that's what makes it interesting. So all we ever need to do is our best, which we can always do. And that's just a choice. You see, we just choose to do our best. So now we'll start. Integrity, humility between ourselves and the guides, trusting the guides, and stability. That's what they're looking for. Integrity, humility. They know better than we do. Trusting. They're not trying to hurt us. This is the plan that takes us to joy. The plan is a good plan. It's the best plan, actually. If there were a better plan, that would be the plan. It's the best plan. Right. It's the best plan. And then stability. So now, integrity. Why does this matter? It matters because it makes it hard to... Oh, that means pay attention. It makes it hard to know what's real. You see, our society, I don't mean this as a criticism, but we have to acknowledge it's not a society that values truth, you see. It says to us, as a matter of fact, that the polite thing to do is to lie, right? If you don't want to do something, what are you supposed to do? Lie. And if somebody lies, are you supposed to say, wow, that doesn't feel like truth to me? Or are you supposed to ignore it and pretend that they didn't just lie? See how weird that is? That's weird. So when we're living in lies continually, it's like a soup of lies. Can you see this? It makes it impossible for us to tell what's true. This is the value of meditation and prayer, you see? Because at least in that moment, we're sitting with Spirit, right? And the lies hopefully will start to get a little quieter. My yoga instructor was not there yesterday. Someone else was there. A wonderful person, a beautiful, kind person, who didn't say a single true statement start to finish in a 90-minute class. It's like every single thing she said, it's like, oh, stop it! She was a nice person, but she's normal, you see, she's normal. She's trying to make everybody feel okay about playing small. She was saying basically to everybody, it's okay, don't push yourself, be satisfied with mediocrity. Message from source, pay attention. So that's what society is saying, be satisfied with mediocrity. True? Anybody arguing with me? And so now, friends, we have a choice to make. Are we going to be satisfied with mediocrity? Higher dimension beings aren't. You get that, right? They say, step up. You can do it. You can do it. We'll help you. So we have to be able to tell what's true and what isn't true, or we aren't going to be able to facilitate a decent session, but we start where we are, use what we have, and do what we can. They know what we're up to. They know what we're capable of. We don't have to do more than we're able to do. Does that make sense? But we have to have the attitude of wanting to get better. Does that make sense? So, the most difficult confusion, wow, I'm so late, I'm so sorry, is about the lies we tell ourselves. You see, we tell ourselves lies all the time about what our motivations are and about what we're doing. All the time. All of us do. Let's not pretend we don't, you see? Instead of saying, no, I'm not doing that, we say, okay, let me find where I'm being untruthful with myself. So it's what we're going to do right now is take a break. I acknowledge that I'm running late, but it's bathroom break time. So 10 minutes, 08. Back at 11:08, and we begin again.